guys. So today is a Monday and we are rolling into TJ Maxx. We are looking for something for my mom's birthday next week actually, and we just don't know what to get her. So we're about to walk in to TJ Maxx to see what we can find. Excuse my voice because it sounds completely different.
Sound like a little boy.
Stop playing with me. My husband here ended up coming home with like a cold of some kind, and now he didn't pass it on to me, and now I'm talking like a old dude. So anyways, we're in TJ Maxx. We're about to see what we can get my mom. If we can't find nothing for her, then we're probably just gonna give her some cash, but I just want to see what I can find in here. So
You don't like that?
she loves purses.
Got blush right here.
Yeah, but it depends on the kind. She don't like none of these kind. Let's see.
It's a bag.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
Let's see. They got coral.
Can't sneak that in the movie.
It's a purse kind of.
You gotta sneak it up in the movie. Man. Need something you can fit your little Popeyes box.
Here goes a smaller one.
Yeah.
These are trending. It's $49.
I don't know why.
But yeah, they're trending. The purse. Let's see. I don't see nothing good on this side. Let's see what we got on this side. Where you see that at?
I mean the crock first.
Oh.
Somebody's speaking.
Let me be quiet.
Oh.
Okay. Let's see. They got some juicy. They got juicy.
Juice.
Yeah. Good morning, family. Today is Thursday, February 12th. I am currently on a smaller break from work. This morning I got up, I prayed, ate me an apple, took my vitamins. Hubby slept a little bit longer than I did. And then eventually he got up and got ready to go to work. Yesterday we had Bible study, which was really, really good. And my husband taught a little bit on, believers in Christ, not, being like the world and conforming to the world, but we're called to be set apart. So that was really, really good. Later today, after I get off work, I am going to go to, I guess that's an Ulta Beauty by my house. I need to get some more powder for my face. Because I ran out like all the way. There's my powder little thingy is literally empty and I need more. And powder is what makes the face, in my opinion. So I need to go to the store and get that. I also need to go to the store to get something to cook for dinner tonight. Funny. Yesterday when we left Bible study, I asked my husband, I said, babe, what do you want to eat for dinner? He was like, oh, nothing. I'm trying to maintain my weight. Now, mind you, a couple weeks ago, he went on a fast for 2 weeks and he only ate 1 meal a day, and anything else he ate throughout the day was like fruits and stuff. And so he lost like a few pounds. And so he was, excited about it. So he's kind of been still keeping that up a little bit, even though he eats more than 1 meal, but it'd be like light meals. So anyway, yesterday, after we left, I said, babe, what do you want to eat for dinner? He was like, oh, no, I just wanted to try to maintain my weight. I don't want to eat anything. I'm like, okay. Now, mind you, we took separate cars to go to Bible study because I work from home and he works already on that side. So I left home to go drive over there for Bible study. So we were on the way home in two separate cars. So when I asked him and he said, he didn't want to eat anything, while we was on the way home, homeboy called my phone while we were in the car and said, I'm going to stop to McDonald's. And I'm like, okay, I ain't say anything. So he come home. Well, I got home before him because he stopped. So when he got home, homeboy pulled up with 10-piece chicken nuggets and French fries. I said, what happened to you not wanting to eat anything because you wanted to like maintain your little weight and everything? And it's like every time I'll be like, babe, you want something to eat? He'll be like, no. And then bye later, he got a whole meal somewhere he chowing down on. Crazy work. So this morning, before he left home, I said, what do you want to eat for dinner today? He was like, oh, I'm going to just eat some fruit. That boy knew he lying down. Whatever, I'm going to the store to find something to cook for dinner tonight. And whatever I cook, he will be in them pots trying to get his plate today. Trust and believe. 2 days ago, I went to the store because my mother's birthday is coming up this Sunday, February 15th. And she's going to be 62 years old. And we're just going to eat dinner with her on that day. Me, my husband, my in-laws, probably my grandma or something like that, and maybe a friend or two of hers. Not many people, just something small. So we're gonna go to Fiery Crab and eat some seafood. I can't wait to get my hands in some shrimp and crab. Like, if you're from New Orleans, you already know how we do when it comes to our seafood, baby. Like, we gets down with it. So we're gonna go out to eat for her birthday. I went to the store to get her gift. See what I did. I know that she likes Kurt Geiger. So when I went to the store, I saw this Kurt Geiger earring and necklace set. But I saw two kinds. I didn't know if she liked the little eagle. I guess it's an eagle, the Kurt Geiger like logo thing. And then they also have like that weird looking eyeball as one of their like logo thingies. So it came with earrings and a necklace, but I didn't know if she preferred the eagle or the little eyeball. I thought that she really liked the eagle, and I was right, because I had to get my mother-in-law to call her to ask her, like, does she prefer like the eagle head or does she prefer like the eyeball? And she said eagle, which I knew. And then I also got her a really nice purse. Is it Karl Lagerfeld? I can't even say it. Karl Lagerfeld, I think. I got her a really nice purse, and that was a lot of money. But I actually wanted the purse for myself, like, to be quite honest. So she better like it. Seriously. Because I could have kept it for myself. But anyways, that's that. We got her gift out of the way. And hey guys, so I am about to get ready to go head out and go to the store. I need to go to Ulta Beauty, and I need to go to Whole Foods actually also to get me some opal apples. If you are an apple eater, the opal apples are definitely like good, and they look like this. I mean, well, they have the sticker that says opal. I don't know if you can see it, but it says opal on it. Definitely try these. These are so good. You know how you can taste the difference between a red and a green apple? You taste opal. I don't know. It just tastes good. Like, you definitely know the taste of an opal apple if you've ever eaten it. If you haven't, definitely try from Whole Foods. They're seasonal. They're not like all year round. They start in like the colder months when it gets a little chilly. So typically around like October is when they start to like come in. And then once it starts to get a little bit hot, like in springtime, they go out and then they come back, the same thing. So try them out if you haven't tried them out. So I'm about to go do that and find something for dinner. I don't actually feel like cooking because today is actually my Friday because I'm off tomorrow on Friday. So I don't feel like cooking. So I might get fast food for me and my husband to eat. He claimed he won't eat nothing, but he lying. He gonna want to eat something. So I'm gonna probably get, I don't know, maybe pizza or something like that. Oh wait, maybe TGI Fridays or something. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out once I get out there. But anyways, when I come back, I just want to chit chat with you guys about a few things. Big sis Tracy over here just want to share just some things that I kind of was feeling and maybe going through prior to getting married. I don't know. I just feel like recently what I've been seeing on like social media, I guess love and relationships has always been a major topic, period. But just watching some things like in social media when I'm scrolling through Facebook or scrolling through Instagram and even YouTube, I see different things about like marriage, relationships, and being single, people wanting to be in relationships and stuff like that. And so Big Sis Tracy just want to give a little bit of encouragement and motivation if you're someone who desires to be married. And, you know, even if not everybody wants to be married, and that's okay. If you enjoy being single, that's great because you have more time to focus on the things of God and, you know, focusing on yourself and, you know, utilizing yourself for good, you know, instead of having to divide up your time between the Lord or between your spouse and kids and things like that. Obviously, I don't have children of my own, but I do pray that soon and very soon I'll be able to have a child of my own, you know, me and my husband. And, you know, so yeah, I just think that, you know, prior to getting married, I was in an area where I was feeling like, you know, is my husband ever going to come? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, worrying about if I was going to ever be married. The dating pool I thought was just so horrible. I want to say another word, but the dating pool I felt like was so horrible. But then I had to continue to just believe in the Lord that, you know, he was going to bring me someone that was perfectly imperfect for me. And that happened. So just want to chit chat with, you know, my little sissies, big sissies, you know, everybody. And hopefully I can be of some encouragement. So I'm going to head out to the store. And when I come back, we could do a little chit chat. All right, y'all. So I just threw on some tights really quick to go with my sweatshirt. And I have my Ugg boots that I threw on, Burberry purse. And I had my Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse sweater earlier on today, but it has too much of like my topper, like collar, chest area out. I don't like that. I need something to be like on my collar, if that makes sense, up here. So I changed into this. And so I'm out of the door. All right, y'all. So headed into Ulta Beauty first so I can get me some powder for my face. And let's see what we can find. They don't have a Sephora near here because my makeup is actually Sephora like foundation. So if I was at Sephora, I would have went and got the matching powder. But I'm here. Ulta Beauty have their own collection. I have to open this so I can see.
Here's your red lipstick.
This might work.
I think it looks like this. Look at that's how pretty.
Tan neutral.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the color. My concealer is tan neutral. At home, tan neutral. Alright. I got tan neutral. So let's. Let me just look at the medium neutral. Okay, yeah, no. It's definitely tan neutral. Okay. I got what I needed. That was quick. Okay, now that I got the Velvet Veil Mineral Powder Foundation by Ulta Beauty Collection, I got what I need, so I need to get up out of here. And I feel like I just want to continue looking around. This is so cute. I'm obsessed with lip balms. Alright, that was quick. I got what I needed, so let me get up out of here before I go buying stuff that I don't need. And then Kobe will be asking me, spending money. But I need this.
Right. That just made my day though.
Alright, y'all, so the next stop I'm heading into is Target. I want to just go in here and see if I can find something cute and small for Kobe for Valentine's Day. I kind of slick side already got my Valentine's Day gift from him because he ordered it and it came early and I've been wearing them. But I want to just see if I can find something that's cute but masculine at the same time. So let's see what we got, what we could find. So, those flowers look girly, but they're so cute. If they had blue roses, I would have got him some. Roses for both. Okay, let's see what I can find. Oh, it's flowers. don't see anything that's giving man. Let me just walk around, see what I can find. See, Kobe is not a holiday type of guy. So even for his birthday, he was just like, I don't necessarily want to do anything. I think that dudes be lying when they be like, oh, we don't need to celebrate my birthday, blah, 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 blah. But I think they lie. Let's see. I just need to find like a basket. Oh wait, I think I found some. It's not blue. Is this blue? I think it's blue. If it ain't blue, it's gonna be blue today. Okay. Found the basket. Now let's find some goodies to put into the basket. This is so cute. And I'm gonna get this only because I like it and I'm gonna use it. Alright. I think this should be good. Alright. So let me show you what I got. So I got this. I'm gonna put some paper shred inside of the bucket. And then I got Snickers and M&Ms. And I'm gonna just put it all in here and just say Happy V-Day. I think that should be good enough. Something just cute to say I love you. Going in Bath and Body Works.
Thank you.
Yeah, so let me think. I gotta use my wallet, and I gotta, yeah. Happy Valentine's Day. We came to pick up an order.
Okay, what's your name?
Malone.
Malone, okay. 8141, okay.
Make me look big, don't she?
No, I don't. You just big.
I can look down.
Yes, you are. No, I'm not. That means you're big.
Tiny.
All right, they got his Valentine's. Part of his Valentine's. Yeah. We are out the door. Now I need to go and get me some more apples from Whole Foods.
Yes, going towards Lakefront. Okay. I live in Highway 16. Okay. Thank you.
I need some apples.
Like going Whole Foods?
Get some apples.
Okay.
I'm telling you, you gotta try them apples.
I ain't no apple either.
But you gotta try those.
Huh?
You gotta try these apples.
You might have to just tell me how that is.
I told you.
Sit down.
What you said?
Sit down.
I'll punch you.
Never.
I gotta get these apples.
I do need apples.
I gotta pick a good one.
You find out something new every day. Organic opal apple. I ain't never heard of that. Huh? What's that?
Let me get 3.
You said you want to get 3?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's roll.
Hello, so.
Yep.
That's all you get?
That's the only reason I come to Whole Foods is for these apples when they're in season. But other times I come for the strawberries and pineapple. You want some more oranges?
No, I got some at home. Straight. Getting your voice back now, twin.
Huh?
Getting your voice back now.
I know, right? I sound like a whole dude at first.
Like an 8-year-old little boy. Oh yeah, look.
They got it when you can do
It's dangerous right here, but I don't like this.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, who wants to put their phone to pay?
It's a no for me, dog.
All right, we got apple. Pizza? He wants some pizza. Oh yeah, what are we eating today? Cause you like that sausage and pepperoni, huh? Why you eat once a day?
Well, not once a day, but I'm trying to watch my
Even if you eat more than one time a day, but you eat small portions, it's fine.
lot of people.
I know you eat big, gigantic portions. You want that pizza, huh?
No, I'm straight.
You lying, huh? Okay, but what we gonna eat for today though? Cause it's like 3 something, almost 4. What you wanna eat? Well, it's clear that you want that pizza, so if you want the pizza, you could get that and go home. I could get something on the way home too. Oh. This little buffet look trash.
Yeah.
Hey, outfit, y'all. You doing way too much. Raised on the 90s.
The best era. Best era.
All right, so we are getting something to eat. We are walking into Copeland's.
They gotta pray for me with a 9. I'm gonna roll with her. Mama don't pray for me. I don't back down for no.
See what I deal with on the daily? That is really what I deal with. Every day.
Home, so I'm gonna play it how it goes.
That's literally what I deal with every day. The ghetto.
Anybody born in the 90s, mid-90s, late 90s, you know, that's that old cast money, that's juvenile.
But would they even know that if they're born in the 90s, like they're just born in
I said
it?
born or raised.
You can't say born. They have to be raised in the 90s.
Well, raised in the 90s.
If they born in the 90s, they don't know nothing about that. You gotta sit right with that hat on and all that. Come on, which one? Oh, I didn't hear nothing. Why you ain't sing while I was under here?
Well, you actually was fine.
You said you have the grilled salmon with a little biscuit on the side and some shrimp rice. I don't know what you call the rice, but I just call it shrimp rice because it got shrimp and rice. I also got some french fries, and my husband just wanted some wings. Wait a second. Why I can't operate this? I'm trying to push it. Oh, there you go. Why you so ghetto? How you look? Oh, you ain't taste your little wing, huh?
What?
You haven't tasted your little wings, huh?
I'm waiting for it to cool down.
Oh, okay. My food look good. I'm about to chime into that little salmon, baby. Okay. Okay, Sammy.
It's local.
Yeah.
Here, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Indeed.
The salmon is really good.
Holy cow, that looks amazing. The seasoning and everything too?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's really good.
They must have pulled that from the commercial shoot.
Had to.
Only thing better than the food is the company. We know the drill.
That's it.
I'll be back bugging you, making sure everything tastes as good as it looks.
Everything good.
Why not? Thank you.
Thank you.
fumbling in the darkness of their wokeness. So why is it that we don't share? Why is it that we don't share? Well,
hey guys, today is, what's today? Sunday, February 15th. My husband and I went to church this morning. After church, we went to Fiery Crab. Excuse me, my voice. I'm still getting over whatever my husband had. It's some cold of some kind, I think, that's like going around. So Everybody wash your hands and cover yourself up, and don't be, just kind of social distance just a tad bit. No shaking hands, because something is going around. I don't know what it is, but it's something. And I hope it's not even like another pandemic of any kind, because, when COVID came, people were getting sick, but it wasn't a name for it. They didn't know what it was. And then all of a sudden COVID came. And so I just feel like everybody is getting sick. My husband came home with a cold. Then he gave it to me. Then my brother-in-law had it. My father-in-law had it. It's like, I don't know. I think my mom had it too. It's just going around. So just be careful, guys. But anyway, so after we left church today, we went to eat at Fiery Crab, because today is my mother's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. Shout out to her. She made 62 today. And so it was myself, my husband, my grandmother, my Aunt Tiffany, my Aunt Mary, and her cousin. And then we had baby Emmy came with us, Emery. So yeah, it was a nice time. We sang happy birthday. We ate. The only thing I forgot to vlog, actually, while I was at the dinner. So sorry, I don't have any footage for you guys for that. But yesterday was Valentine's Day, and me and my boo-boo went out to eat, had a nice time. We went and ate at Copeland's. I literally still have like my Copeland's cup from last night, my little to-go cup. I made some lemonade. I can't even tell y'all my mixture. I'm gonna have to gatekeep this for a while, because I might want to do some things with this. But I made like my own little concoction at home, and I kept the cup, so I put it in there. Because actually I'm gonna sit and eat my bundt cake and drink my little drinky drink while I chit chat with y'all. My mama, we got her some bundt cake for her birthday, with the pink little bow on and everything. You know how nothing bundt cake do. And so I got some pieces to go home with. And so I'm about to eat this cake with y'all and drink my little drinky drink while I chit chat with y'all. So definitely excuse me. I'm going to try not to smack while I'm eating this cake, but I really want to eat this cake, because I feel like if I don't, my husband going to eat it. And there's 2 of the pieces that's in the kitchen, and I feel like he's going to eat it. So I don't want him to eat it, because he had extra cake while we were at the restaurant. But but yeah, that's that. So yeah, church was, oh crap. Hold on, guys. I'm getting a phone call. All right, y'all. Sorry, I'm back. I had to take that quick little phone call. But anyway, so yeah, the last time I spoke with you guys, I kind of forgot. I'm sorry. The days were going by and life was life, and now here we are. But I just wanted to chit chat just a little bit about just being able to move forward, and then just having hope for the better things in the future, for whatever it might be. It might be job, some type of business, relationship, just whatever it is, because I just feel like a lot of times you can go through something, like as far as like a relationship, or maybe even not go through anything in regards to a relationship, but maybe you are in a single season and you feel like, when is my time going to come? And for a while, I think I felt that way. And one of the things that I had to do was just go to God in prayer and really just ask Him to change my mindset from desiring and wanting to be in a marriage or to have a family, and just to put my mind and focus on things that He desired for me, His will and stuff. And so that was one of the ways that I was able to just sit in my comfortability and sit in my singleness, and just really be content in knowing that God is a God of His promises and He's going to deliver. You know what I'm saying? And so I think one thing that sometimes, I think even now, I'll say, like, I'll be praying, and when I'm praying, I don't know if this is just fear of, not necessarily fear of the Lord, but just a fear that it's almost like as if I'm afraid to say certain things in prayer, because I feel like when the Lord is doing something in a person's life or is about to do something in a person's life, everything that he does or everything that we're going to go through is for the glory of God, 100% hands down, no matter what that may look like. And I think for me, one of my fears is going through pain, going through hurt of any kind, whether it's physical, mental, whatever. And so sometimes in the past and every so often in my prayer closet, I would just be like, Lord, I want your will to be done, but please be gentle because I'm like, that's my fear. I'm afraid of pain in any sort of way. And so sometimes I can be afraid to say, God, please let your will be done, and just change my mind to think the things, change my mind to be thinking like you, whatever your will is, give me that desire. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes I'd be afraid because it's like, I feel like it's almost like a slap in the face as if you don't trust God in a way. You know what I'm saying? So I had to really pray to God and just really put my mindset that at the end of the day, the creator of all things, he loves me. He wants the best for me. I always have to remind myself of that so that when I do go in my prayer closet, I'm not hindering myself or stopping myself from saying what's really and truly on my heart and on my mind, because anything that we pray to God about, that we go to God in prayer about, he can handle it. He can handle our truth. There's nothing that he can't handle. And so I just always keep that in my mind, that the creator, he loves me and he wants the best for me. So whatever he has to do to give me his best, he just has to do it. And I come to grips with, if that is some sort of pain, then maybe that is some sort of pain. But at the end of the day, we have to make sure that during that pain or during whatever season he has us going through, we have to make sure that we do our best to endure. You know what I mean? So, a lot of things can kind of like hinder you when you're trying to, if it's a marriage that you desire or a family that you desire. A lot of things from the past can kind of hinder you. For one thing, for example, healing. Sometimes I think, not just as women and men, there's a lot of trauma that's in our past, and you have to be able to heal from those traumas, because you don't want those traumas to affect your present and your future, right? So something like maybe overthinking. I'm a person that overthinks a lot. I don't know why. It's just, I don't know. I'm just an overthinker. And so what I try to do is just ask God to remove any sort of anxiousness that is in my brain. Because one of the things I know for me, sometimes I'll be anxious, but the Bible says to be anxious not. And so, be anxious for nothing. And so that was one of the things that I had to continuously pray about, because sometimes we can be anxious, we're human. And in other situations, you have to be mindful, because maybe in the past you've had some sort of, jealousy. Even when looking at other people's relationships, sometimes you can scroll on social media, you can see these cute little couples, they going on vacations, they doing all sorts of cute stuff, and you thinking to yourself, why, when it's my turn? And one of the things I know in looking at social media, what looks good ain't always good, because you just never know what people are going through behind closed doors. Because I remember a long while ago, people would look at me and this person and be like, wow, y'all are super, super cute and you're so lucky, but behind closed doors, you didn't know half of what I was going through. You know what I mean? So you just never want to idolize anybody else's marriage, relationship, or anything like that, because you just never know. You know what I'm saying? You could look at these social media relationships, but A dude could be cheating on that girl. A girl could be cheating on that guy. You know, you might look at, oh, he buying her all these designer clothes, bags, bought her a new car and all this other stuff, but she could be getting abused. So you just never know what a person is going through in their relationship. So you just never want to idolize and be like, oh yeah, that's relationship goals. Oh yeah, I want a relationship like that. Like, no, you don't. You want your own relationship, what the Lord has for you. You don't want nothing that belongs to nobody else or looks like nobody else. You want what God has for you. You know what I'm saying? And so that's that. Another thing, for example, for me, I don't have control issues, but I find myself feeling like, you know, I can't control something that's literally like out of my control. You know, you can't control another person's actions. So it's just like things that you have no control over, you just gotta release it. You just gotta release it. Because you would drive yourself so crazy trying to control things that you just cannot control. So just release it. Some people also have fear of abandonment. Some people just cannot be single. And you have to learn to kind of be by yourself and be single so that when you are in a relationship, you're not kind of like dependent upon that person. Like if you did not have that person, like you would mentally be okay, right? So you just never want to put yourself in a position where you just always just have to be with somebody. Like it's okay to sit in your singleness. You can do so much more for the Lord and for yourself if you can sit, you know, in your singleness. And so even when I was single, I have freedom now. Just because I'm married doesn't mean that I don't have freedom. But when you are married, I'm not talking about in a relationship. When you are married, you have to, what's the word I'm looking for? Be considerate of your spouse. You know, so what you used to do when you were single, you can't really do that anymore. Because when I was single, if I just wanted to get up, put on some clothes, go to the mall, go to the movies or whatever, I can just do it. And I don't have to answer to anybody because I'm single. But when you are married, you have to consider your spouse. You know, babe, you know, I'm going to go to the mall, whatever we do. Do you need anything while I'm out? Did you have anything planned before I make this move to go, you know, whatever we do? So you just kind of have to be considerate. It's not so much of somebody controlling you, but just being considerate. You know what I'm saying? So much is happening out here in the world, and you just kind of have to be careful. You know, I can say for me that when I met my husband, lemonade good, y'all. When I met my husband, we literally dated for like, let me see, it was, I guess I could count the first month. So January, February, March, April, May. So we started talking literally, I think at the end of December. And then we got married in May of 2025. Some will say that that's fast. I would say that that's fast. But I just think that when God has his hand over your life and your future spouse's life, when God puts it together, it's well, it's made whole. You know what I mean? And so I think one of the great things for us being a success story in regards to, well, we're still on our journey, obviously, because we've only been married for like 8 months or whatever, but he's a man of God. I'm a woman of God. We are both believers in Jesus Christ. And so when your foundation is Jesus, you have a great chance at your marriage, you know, lasting, surviving, you know, until death do you part. And so, you know, I used discernment and I prayed, you know, when I met my husband Kobe, when we were dating, I prayed and I asked for discernment, because even though it was always my desire to be married, it would be horrific if I married the wrong person. For example, the person that I dated before my husband, had I made the mistake and married him, my life would be miserable. When I tell you miserable, and I'm sorry, this is just the God honest truth. Any person that met him, after me, I pray that the Lord will protect that person. That's just how bad that person was. I'm sorry. I just had to be honest. You know what I'm saying? But I pray for his soul, and I pray that God touches his heart and make changes. You know what I'm saying? Because the Bible says pray for your enemies, and I don't want to say I consider him an enemy, but I just pray for him. But anyways, it's just that when I met my husband, I definitely prayed, and I used discernment while I was dating him, because I did not want to marry the wrong person. And I believe that God answered my prayers. I married the person I wanted to marry. I don't believe that I settled. I don't believe that my husband settled. You know what I'm saying? And when God puts two people together, whether they dated for years or a few months, it's when God puts you together, it's just, if God approved it, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter about the time frame, because you can know somebody for years and they could completely be the wrong person for you. And you can meet somebody, get along with them within a few months, and that could be the greatest person in the world, because I do believe that there are good people in this world. I do believe that there are people with positive and great and true intentions towards another person, and vice versa for the other person. And so when those two like-minded individuals come together with the foundation of Jesus, it's like you can't go wrong. Not saying that there won't be, trials and stuff in the marriage. Obviously, we're human, so no one's perfect. Things will happen, but at the end of the day, when your foundation is God and both people are looking to truly love, respect, and honor and cherish each other, everything will be peaches and cream. And that's just my beliefs. One of the things I had to do is be patient, because like I said, I sometimes could be anxious, and I just had to frame my mind in a state to be patient. I had to ask God to allow me to be patient, because you don't want to rush into the wrong thing. I feel like it's okay to rush into the right thing, but when you rush into the wrong thing, it's easy to get in it, but it is so hard to get out of. So trust me. Big sis knows all too well. We've all been in some nasty situations. You just never want to repeat a pattern. You know what I mean? So patience is everything. Patience also builds maturity. You know what I'm saying? And so when you're not patient, it can create unnecessary wounds in your life. So if you take your time with things, get to know somebody, learn somebody, pray with them, do whatever. Just if you take your time, 9 times out of 10, you'll be able to see exactly what it is you need to see. 1, pray, and 2, use discernment. And so that's definitely, what I did. There were some green flags that I saw in my husband. 1, he was a lover of Jesus Christ. 2, he had a moral standard code. You know what I'm saying? I think one of the fears that I had in dating my husband, and I don't even know if I should be saying this, but it's just, I guess, my truth or what I see or have seen in the past. We live in New Orleans, and they in the I don't want to say church community, but just like pastor, and it might not even be just New Orleans. It's probably everywhere, right? Because there's stuff going on everywhere. But I just feel like there are so many bad pastors that are out there that make it hard for the good ones. So when I did meet my husband, I had concerns and I had questions because I don't want to be attached to one of those quote unquote bad pastors. So when I did meet my husband and we did talk, I asked him, and he'll tell you, I asked him directly, what's your character like? Because, you're a pastor and I hear things that be going on that pastors be doing. So what's your character like? And I remember when I asked him, he was just like, allow me to show you. And I was like, okay. And he did just that. He showed me. And so still to this day, it never wavered. Now, is he perfect? Am I perfect? Absolutely not. But he definitely showed me. And I just thank God that I'm married good. I married well. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, even though our story was we met and then married all within a 5 months time frame, I guess I can add 6 because it was like towards the end of December and then it's in May. I guess at 5 months. Some stories can be like that. Actually, my mom and my dad that raised me, they met and they married within 4 weeks of knowing each other. Now, they're not married today, but their marriage lasted for 18 years. So I feel like that's a pretty good time. But when you get married, you don't get married to get divorced, right? You're married to stay married. And unfortunately, they didn't stay married. But that doesn't mean that there's not somebody out there still for, the both of them. So, but anyways, yeah. One of my mistakes I probably made previously was ignoring red flags. To be honest with my husband, I didn't see any red flags, to be honest. Now, that's not the case for everybody. Because you can date somebody for a few months, but you don't see like red flags till like month 6, 7 or something like that. But gratefully, I didn't see any red flags. But sometimes we just be so caught up and you can just like ignore the red flags, and you definitely should not. And however that person is treating you in the beginning, he's probably going to treat you like that continuously. But typically people show up as a representative. They don't show up as like their true self in the beginning, because when you meet people, everybody wants to show them their best self up front, right? Once they start to get comfortable, once they start to be relaxed, then you get to see what a person is really like. Gratefully, my husband, from the time I've met him till now, he's been consistent in his ways. But that's not everybody's story. So sometimes your story might take a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? But you just don't want to overlook those red flags. But anyways, I'm closing out. I will see you guys in the next vlog. Peace.